Her third question was pertaining the menses. It is currently irregular and it increases. You can actually determine whether this is a period or not, and this bleeding is the period bleeding or the haid or an irregular bleeding, which is known as istihada in fiqh. And the difference is vast, because if it is regular bleeding due to the haid, then of course all the restrictions apply. You cannot pray, you cannot fast, you cannot enter the masjid, you cannot touch the Quran, you cannot have an intimate relationship, a complete intercourse with your spouse. But with the irregular bleeding, you can do all of that, but it will be required to perform tahara prior to offering the prayers or performing tawaf upon entering the time of the current prayer. If the period changes, exceeds the regular number of days, it was 5 in the first month, as long as the first month exceeded that to 6 to 7 to 8, even to more, as long as the bleed is continuous, then this is a part of the period itself. This is a part of the period itself. If the woman experiences what's known as a qassatul bayda, where there is the white discharge or colorless discharge, which means that the womb is clean now and empty from the blood, then a day or two later experiences that, then that is called istihada or irregular bleeding. Irregular bleeding. But if the bleeding is continuous without seeing this clear discharge after the regular number of days, without seeing that, then that's called still within the period, even if it exceeds the regular number of days. I hope this is clear. If it is not as clear, you can clarify further more in details via email, and inshallah I'll be more than happy to answer that. Women issues really represent a great difficulty, because when a woman consults her gynecologist, a female gynecologist for instance, she might not know the difference between the haid or al-istihada. It's all bleeding and that's it. She is worried about the hygiene, but she's not worried about the cleanness pertaining the tahara, which will enable the woman to pray, to fast, to continue the rest of her regular activities during the state of tahara. And that's why she has to be specific. If the bleeding, even in 2-3 days later, resembles the same bleeding of the regular period, the same color, the same odor, then this is a part of the period, and the same rules will apply there. Wallahu a'lam.